Basically what I'm going to be talking about on my channel, all videos will be concerned with similar topics, which will be books and writing. Writing is literally all I care about. Well, not literally, you know what I mean. It's my dream though, it's my passion, it's what I'm taking seriously, it's all I can see myself doing as a career. But I think the main thing for a writer is you've got to have the passion, you've got to have the dedication, but that doesn't always mean that you've got the motivation. Because it is hard to force yourself to sit down at a table with a pen and paper, or at your laptop or at your computer, and to force yourself to sit there. Sometimes, you know, I think my record for sitting down without moving or without stopping and just writing was probably about 5 hours straight just writing, which actually isn't that much. You know, professional writers that have deadlines to hit and get things done for their editors, they spend the whole day just writing. I can't really do that at the moment, unfortunately, because the types of books I read are young adult, urban fantasy, paranormal romance. In my bookshelf I have you know, Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare. I have all of the Morganvilles by Rachel Caine. Obviously I have the Twilights. Obviously I've got the Harry Potters. I've got Beautiful Creatures. I've got Nightshade. I've got Shiver, Linger and Forever by Maggie Stiefvater. I have quite a lot of that stuff, to be fair. I guess what I'm just saying is that's the sort of thing that I like to read. So that'll be the thing that I talk about. And it's also the things that I like to write. I know, you know, at uni my lecturers are kind of against fantasy, I'll be honest. They're not into the whole vampire, werewolf, witch, fairies, orcs, goblins, magicians, hobbits. They're just not into that sort of thing, which is a shame because it's, you know, it's what I genuinely love. But they are pretty against it. Like, their 3 axes of evil type things are, you can't even breathe the word Dan Brown in front of them because they will rip you to shreds. They slag off Dan Brown like, you know, it's an Olympic sport. I've not read any of his books, so I can't really comment. I've read a little bit, and I don't want to insult any other author because that's not what I'm like. I don't want to do that. But I guess I could sort of see where they were coming from. They also don't have too many kind words to say about Stephenie Meyer and her Twilight series. You know, I've read them, I own them all, I've got the DVDs, but you know, you can sort of understand where they're coming from with that as well. Their 3rd axis of evil is Harry Potter and J.K. Rowling. And I'm not even going to talk about that because I just think that's insulting, because Harry Potter is the best thing in the world. And I love it, and I always will, and I'm not even going to acknowledge their hatred for it. I think it's mean. But anyway, I love fantasy. I'm always going to. It's what I've always loved reading. I mean, I don't care if people tell me that I should be writing literary fiction. Like, there's this difference. There's a difference between sort of, well, I guess it's a bit like film, you know, like the difference between mainstream film and niche. It's kind of the same with literary fiction and popular fiction, and they sort of have, they always say to you, it's up to you. If you want to write crap but be famous, do that. But if you want to write good stuff, then you won't be famous. But that isn't what it's about. I want to write the sort of stuff that I like to read. I don't care whether it makes me any money. I don't care if it gets me any fame. I don't want that sort of stuff. I just want to one day walk into a bookshop and see my book. That's all I want, you know. And if there's like a girl like me that recognises me, or what, not recognises me, but knows that I was the author of that book they're holding, and they want to just come over to me, then that's what I would want. Just to know that I'm writing books that girls like me would like. Who else could I write for? Do you know what I mean? I don't want to write for people that think they're better than everyone else. So I try and write some elitist, clever, political thing. That's not where I'm coming from. I just want to write things that girls can like, and boys if you want, but mostly girls. And if they like it, and if they like my characters, I don't know, if they just like it, basically. That's all I want. I just want people like me to get where I'm coming from. And yeah, I think I'm not the most optimistic person in the world, but writing is the only thing in my life that I've even been semi-confident about. And it's the only thing in my life that, you know, I'm going to really work hard for it, because it's what I want. I do want to get published, because that's sort of like someone giving you the nod. It's like, yes, we get where you're coming from, yes, we understand you, and yes, we are going to give you this chance, and we're going to believe in you, and we're going to work with you. That's, you know, that's all you really want. So getting back to my channel, if you're a writer, if that's your dream, if even if you're published, because, you know, like, the myth is that if you're published, then you're living in a mansion somewhere. That's kind of not the deal. You don't make a lot of money from being a writer unless you're Stephen King or J.K. Rowling or that sort of thing, which 99.9% of all writers out there are not like that. You don't make an awful lot of money from writing. That's a myth. Writing is a labour of love. And it really is a labour as well. It's not easy. It's not easy. The drafting process is, it's soul destroying sometimes, trust me. So yeah, if you are a writer, if that's your dream, or if you just love books and you love people talking about books and you love other people that are enthusiastic about that thing, then, you know, I'm not saying sub me, you don't have to, it doesn't matter. If you just want to check in every now and then, see what I'm rambling about, see if I'm still going on with all this rubbish, I don't know. That's it really. So yeah, peace out.